welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie. I'm an empath, an intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here today to do the general monthly reading for the month of May 2017 for the sign of Sagittarius. You were last but not least, and I am late, no matter which way you look at it. I'm going on 2 days late. It's May 2nd, and I'm very sorry. All right, so first off, my intuitive candle is burning from intuitivecandles.com. 100% soy-based candles in a can this size. It's Acadia maple syrup. It's this one, and they have everything you can think of as far as smell goes. They can even custom make the scents for you as well. When the wax melts down, there's a reveal at the bottom wrapped in tinfoil. It is stones, minerals, quartz, this kind of thing. I'm wearing my rose quartz here. There's my aventurine. I'm not wearing them today. I have really crappy tight chains that I have to buy new chains for, but I have a bunch. I have a collection of stones out there. Fantastic. It's intuitivecandles.com. All right, smudges up, guys. We've got cedar. We've got grandpa's beard / Spanish moss. We've got a little bit of sage, a little pinch of tobacco, and sweetgrass. This was 3 feet long, and it arrived last Monday in the mail, along with a new deck of cards for me from my girl Heidi in Rhode Island. And she sent them off, but that's what's left. After doing the monthlies, this is the last one. I thought it would be all gone. So I've got some left for private readings, which is fantastic. So I can still use the sweetgrass. So it's an indigenous custom, indigenous peoples of North America. Highly sacred custom that's used in all their ceremonies. This cleanses energies, calls on all the good spirit guides, that kind of thing. They've been practicing this for thousands of years, and with all due respect in the world, I borrow this custom from them. With all due respect. It makes a big difference in my energies, the energies of the house. I've smudged my house all the time. And it works. It really changes the energies. This is for you guys, Sagittarius. First me. You smudge me right to pieces. I love every minute of it. Because I need it to. Smudge the cards. This is for you guys, Sagittarius. Catch the wave. A nice one. There we go. Okay. Now all that's left to do is to deal the cards. Alright. Let's get messages for this general reading for the month of May 2017 for the sign of Sagittarius. Please and thank you. We thank you for these messages and these gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Another foggy, rainy day here today. Oh, come on already. That was quick, if you say so. I don't argue with them. Alright, Sagittarius. Here we go. Your very first card. Your overall energy, judgment, self-reflection's going on. That's what the card represents. Card number 2. 4 of Wands, reward falls into your finances in your wealth sector. Card number 3, your hearth, your home, your family. Change, the 8 of Cups. Changes in the emotional atmosphere. Card number 4, your challenges. The Page of Cups, it's all about imagination. And your last and final card, 7 of Wands, message from Spirit. And that's endurance. So when those 5 cards have been exhausted, I pull one more card from Deck of Tarot for the overall significator for the reading. We look like we're going to get thunder and lightning, and with all this fog, the lighting here is changing. Okay, so Sagittarius, judgment and self-reflection. When this card shows up, it shows that you're going to be, at the very least, if not physically, then mentally, revisiting your past. Um, there's something you want to move forward on that you're not sure if it's been completed, so you need to turn back, to look back, to make sure that there's no loose ends, that everything's been dealt with. You're taking stock, more or less, before moving on and moving forward with something in your life. You may find that you have to go back and you have to find this particular person, and that you have to have a little talk and tie up some loose ends or unfinished business, whichever way you want to look at it. So you may find yourself revisiting with somebody from the past to find some answers out that you're seeking. All right. At this time, you could be also doing a little bit of self-judgment. Self-judgment on something that's gone on in the past. And you're wondering, I'm just going to put you away. If you're going to be like that, you don't want to be held. You may be asking yourself, in reference or relation to a situation that took place, and you may be asking yourself, geez, did I do the right thing after all this time? I thought I did, and now I'm not so sure. That's how you're going to be feeling. Also, some of you could find yourselves in a spiritual connection right now from anything or anybody in spirit guides, spirit angels, past loved ones. You may find yourself connecting with them as well right now, feeling their presence. Maybe you're yearning to speak with someone that's passed on and you're wishing they were still here to give you some kind of guidance. The guidance is there. You have to just listen to them, find a new way and a different way of listening to them. They are there. They are talking. They're reaching out for you. I'm feeling the heat off the card there. Very serious for somebody. This is serious stuff. The advice of the card is, now's the time to give a person a second chance, or even a situation a second chance. And yes, that could be mean romantically. Somebody may have been, you're wanting to move forward because you're ready to date again, and you've met somebody of interest, and you're hoping that maybe something will come out of that. But your heart is still back somewhere else. You feel that parts of it are, and you need to make sure whatever it was you walked away from, whatever it was that you left behind, that is truly over. That there are no second chances before you move on. Because your heart is saying, if I get an inkling there's any chance at all with that person from the past, I'm not going to move forward. I'm going to try to pick up where I left off and fix it. That was where I was happy. This wasn't all my doing. Maybe they've grown and maybe I've grown and we could try this again. I'm willing to try. That's what some of you are saying. It's a general reading. Please remember that. It's not for everybody. It's not going to apply to all of you. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you're having second thoughts about doing that, about reaching back into the past to something, don't be so hard on yourself. You may be surprised how welcome you really are. Excuse me. Your keywords for this card are contemplation, guilt, self-judgment, review, second chances, spirituality, and memories. The Four of Wands is in your finances and your wealth sector. This card represents rewards, and there could be financial rewards coming for you for something that you have done recently, some kind of an accomplishment. Some of you are setting up new goals as well. You're looking to buy a new home or move to a new home that's new to you. Some of you are finishing up a job, contract job is finishing up. Payment is coming forward. You're rubbing your hands together and you're hearing cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching in your dreams, which is a good thing. Some of you are in the position you're passing a test of some kind right now. This could be exams. This could be a physical fitness test. That could be a test through another person that's testing your integrity, your priorities, your loyalty. You're going to be rewarded. It's all good. So you can smile now and start to celebrate. This card also represents love and passion. You know what I mean? Trips away. Love and passion thrown in there too. Why not? Holidays for some. Going on that late spring holiday to get tanned up. Summer's right around the corner. It's coming. This 4 brings peace. It brings leisure, love, fun, freedom. All the things that go along with a holiday or a trip away, they're all inclusive with this card when these things are going on in your life. It's also time to get in touch with your inner child. You know, slouch off the worries of adulthood, of every day, the bills getting paid and money being made, obligations being met. Slouch it off for a little bit and just be a kid again. You deserve that. We all deserve to have those moments in our life where we're not being weighed down by so much. So if you can find your inner child, bring them out to play. Go for it. The card's encouraging that you do that at this time. There's enough money there right now for some of you that you can afford to do this. So the bank account's been topped off and you've got some play money there, what would be called petty cash. Petty cash for whatever you want to spend it on. Celebrate the joys of life. That's where this card's bringing you. Or, you know, this may be the finances and wealth, but money's not going to be a concern. You're not even going to give it much thought. Ironically, it should be right up in front, forthcoming. It's not. The presence of money is not in this case, even though that's where it fell. It's saying you've got more than enough to just go out and enjoy yourself and not worry about the rest right now. Some of you are going to be finding contentment within. As I said in the first card, there's a connection going on with some of you. And you're going to take solace in that because you're feeling it. And you're getting a sense of contentment from it, knowing that even though somebody very special to you is gone at this time, they're not really gone. They're only physically, you can't touch them. You can't reach out and hold their hand. You can't hug them or kiss them. Everything about them, though, is still there. Is still with you. And you're going to take a lot of comfort and contentment. Contentment that's going to see you through to the end of your days. Very much so. Because you have an inner knowing. And what a wonderful richness that is to know that. Spirit guides are also there to bring on happier times right now for you. This is a great card. All the way around. This is a really, really, really nice card. The advice of the card for you right now is to be carefree while you can. Replenish your mind, replenish your body, replenish your soul. You're deserving of this. Isn't that fantastic that some of you have the freedom to do that? That you can forget about money for a little bit. Because you're safe. You're in a safe place, in a safe zone. The keywords are balance and love. New home for some. There's going to be a big cash drop right there. Contentment, freedom, openness, and travel. Another bit of a cash drop, but with a clear conscience and not having to worry about so many things. All right. So in your hearth and your home, your loves. Change. 8 of Cups. For some of you, the change is pulling out, leaving, moving on, separating, starting anew. Highly emotional. It's all about the emotions. This is close to home. This is home for some of you. Others may have their commitment severed to the point where it's been a long time coming and there's very little drama associated with it, which is, it's always the best way to leave without the drama, without somebody's clothes getting thrown out through a second-story window out onto the front lawn for the whole neighborhood to see. For screaming, for crying, dishes being smashed up against the wall, a lot of nasty words, a lot of, if you can get through it and quietly leave without all that, you're really lucky. You've got half the battle made. You'll carry your heart with you. You're not going to leave that behind, and you're feeling very, very bad and very sad. But there's a tiny little flicker of hope for new beginnings, new people, new situations. You've outgrown. Sometimes we outgrow each other. Yeah, it's sad, but we do. It's a reality of life. We outgrow each other sometimes with certain people. We just do. Um, people fall in love. They don't intend to hurt each other. That's not what draws them to each other, by hurting each other. It's the love, the contentment, that whole being in love thing, where you're walking on clouds and whistling Dixie and everything's good. There's birds singing their bird song, swimming around your head, and your heart's doing dum 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 dum. These are all beautiful things. That's what draws us to each other. Our mirror image, people that we identify with, people we have a lot in common with. Doesn't mean it's going to last forever, though, even though in the very beginning we think, oh, if I die right now, I die a very happy person. And then somehow down the road, for some, it gets off track, it changes, it turns. Maybe it's too much reality. It's hard to say. Many different reasons why these things happen. But for somebody out there, you're ready to go. You're ready to pack up. Yes, you're saddened and yes, you're hurt. But you can't stay where you are either. That's more overwhelming. The thought of staying where you are in the situation is more overwhelming than leaving and striking out on your own again. You look forward to that. That's how bad some of it is for some of you right now. So say your quiet goodbye while you can before all hell breaks loose. Some of you will be going on a journey. Some of you will be taking a change of scenery because you're going to need that. Some are already planning on going on vacation and now they're going solo. Some of you will be taking just short little trips away, like maybe the weekends are the hardest for you. So you're going to go away and take off someplace else on the weekends for a little while until you feel things are reaching a normal point. So that's for some of you. The card is advising you need to follow your heart and move forward. As long as you're not staying where you are and stagnant in the situation and you're not stepping backwards and you're going forward, that's half the battle. If you're able to get up off your knees, take a deep breath and breathe and go in that direction, stay true. You're going to be all right. The key words are endings and departures, journeys and movement, transitions, travel, and vacations. And your fourth card, your challenges. That wasn't challenging enough. You get challenges still yet to come. For the month of May, it's Page of Cups. It's all about imagination. Someone young, or it could be somebody that's very, very young at heart. Some people refuse to grow old, and that's a beautiful thing. Is that not beautiful? I think it's beautiful. I don't mean immaturity, and I'm not talking about women that are cougars, I don't mean young in that way, but I mean young in spirit. They're always up for learning. They keep an open mind. They're in for the new and the fresh. Could be somebody in their 70s, but yet they act like, they're 18 and they're looking for new things and new adventures in life, and they're always up for that. This person, whoever they are, that comes into your life, Sagittarius, has a lot to offer you. Don't disregard the age thing, but regard and respect their spirit and their energy and their very presence in your life. You're lucky. Somebody's getting lucky to have somebody like this in their lives. This person brings a lot of good company, a lot of friendship, a lot of fun. They are just fun, fun, fun. This page also brings a message of love, and that love is on its way. Can't understand that one, but the page is going to bring you that. Any projects that you have on the go right now as well, and financial things, they're going to flourish at this time as well. Here's your advice for the month. You need to enjoy the lighter side of life and allow some time for play and free your imagination. And some of you may have a hard time doing that. So work on that. If that's all you have to work on for the month, you're getting off pretty easy, I think, especially after what happened in the hearth and home. Some of you may be feeling held back because of what happened in the hearth and home. So you'll need to work on that as well to bring yourself out of the doldrums, out of the depression, out of that blue state. You'll need to pull yourself forward. Your keywords are companionship, fun, outings, love and news, of course, your finances, and imagination. Your final card is your message from Spirit. It's a 7 of Wands, and it's all about having endurance. You think you're up for it? Do you think? Yeah, think. One moment. Messages are flowing. Too bad I wasn't a little bit more This card brings forward, for some of you, a dispute over boundaries, ownership, territories. Territories covers a whole lot of different territories. Could be a line to be not crossed on the job, or other people outside your job, your family, your friends, to not cross that line. When you're at work, you're at work. It could be property territories. There could be romance territories. All these boundaries and all these lines that we cross in our everyday lives. Whether we realize it or not, we do that. We do that very, very much. At the end of the day, it's mine. We share, we give up, and we share. And it's like, if I give you something, that's from my heart, and I'm giving it to you, and I'd like you to take that. But if you come in and you try to take from me, and you cross that boundary, that's what I mean by boundaries. There's a level of respect there that we need to have for each other. Some of you may be fighting for your integrity at this time as well. Some of you may be fighting for a relationship to hold on to it, to keep a hold, because you can feel it slipping between your fingers, and this is not what you intended. This is not what you wanted. Any of those of you that have plans, especially somebody, if it seems more like a one-sided relationship as far as personal relationships go, romantic relationships, you may have had certain ideas. The other person may put up a bit of resistance and saying, well, nobody sent me the memo on this, that you wanted this. I don't want to live together. I don't want to live common law. I don't want to get married. I don't want to be engaged. I just want to date you and enjoy being with you right now. And that's kind of messing things up, because if you've been pining for this person for a year, you've already been in a relationship a year. Remember that in your head and in your heart. They've only been around for a couple of weeks. So you need to slow down a little bit. You're anxious and pretty you're pretty pumped up, but you're light years ahead of the other person. It's not their fault. They didn't know. So you got to give them time to catch up with you. Remember that. So you need to hold back, pull in the reins a little bit. That would be the advice from me. Okay, my intuition, you need to just pull the reins in a tiny bit. Let them get caught up. Let them play catch up without them knowing that they're playing catch up. You may find, some of you too, that you're going to, you may find yourself being on the defense for somebody else, on behalf of somebody else that can't speak for themselves or won't speak for themselves. You're jumping in the forefront saying, well, let me tell you, I know this person, or I know this group, or I know this organization. You're just going to be saying, I know, all right? And I'm part of it. Therefore, I have the right to say something, and I am going to say something in defense of all of that. And you will. And you'll be applauded for it, and it'll be appreciated as well. Don't be afraid to stand up for your own integrity. If something's going down around you and it doesn't sit well, do something about it. The advice of the card is you need to communicate very, very clearly at this time. This is your advice from Spirit. You're being told by Spirit as well, no matter what's going down around you, don't become victim to it. Take the higher moral ground. You need to do that. It may take endurance for you to do that. You really have to pull in hard to not lower yourself to any opposition's placement. If there's somebody's trying to bring you down, or there's conflict, or they're coming at you, don't lower yourself. Always take the higher moral ground. So when at the end of it, you walk away, you can say, I did everything right. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't rude. I didn't swear. I didn't cuss. I didn't slap anybody. I didn't throw anything. I thought I did pretty darn good considering. And you'll feel proud of yourself. And you know what? People standing back watching it from afar, they're going to notice. And they're going to be going, wow, if that was me, I would have bitch slapped that person in a heartbeat. I wouldn't let anybody come into my space like that and get in my face. But they're going to see that you handle it. And the way you handled it was very admirable. You'll be gaining a lot of respect for that. People won't forget that about you either. They'll hold on to that memory. It's one of the best memories of you that they have. So be courageous. Hold on to your endurance. Stay strong. You'll be successful if you do. Your keywords are defense, resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. You can go back and rewind this. You get your keywords again because they are important. They highlight what's coming. Okay, so let's get your significator out and see where we are with that. Could we have one significator, please, spirits, for this overall 5-card spread for the sign of Sagittarius for this general reading for the month of May 2017? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nope, that's not it. One significator, please. Come on now. Bring it up. That's not it. Calm down. There's half a dozen cards there. I don't do pop-outs unless they're flipping through the air 5 times and stand and land on their end. Turn and look at me and wink, then I'll take it. I've seen cards do some weird things, and I have pulled pop-outs. Okay, but there we go. Here's your cards. Your card. All right. One cut. Top card. The Empress. I honestly don't remember if there's a reverse on her, but she came up in reverse. She's a beauty. All right. Let's see what we got. Major Arcana. I've had her twice this week pop up. And the first time she popped up this week, I've never had her before out of this deck. It was the first time. Couldn't believe it. I was floored. She's got a reverse. But we'll give you the upright first so we can understand the full scope of the card. This card signifies fertility for some, domestic life, fruitfulness, inspiration, positive achievement. It is also the symbol of beauty and of grace. The reverse is extravagance, greed, laziness, wastefulness. And all I heard, and it came through loud and clear, don't blow your chances. Any opportunities that are coming your way, never mind the greed and the laziness, I don't care what it says. What I heard was, don't become cocky, don't become arrogant, and don't blow your chances when an opportunity comes your way. That's what I heard, loud and clear. That overrides and trumps the literal meaning of the card, but that's how I work. And no, I didn't read that off the cue card or anything else. Just be careful of that. Don't get yourself so buried and your nose so deep into right here that you're missing everything else going on around you right now. Anyway, Sagittarius, I hope most of this resonated with a lot of you. I hope you got some good out of it. I hope you enjoyed it most of all. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. To my Facebook group on Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook, to you guys, all the way. I got the greatest group. You're all welcome. Anybody viewing this video is welcome to join us there as well. We got a really good group. What a great bunch of folks they are. Also, you can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook, YouTube, Blogspot, Google, and on Twitter as well. It matters not to me where you watch the videos as long as you're watching them and you're enjoying them. That's the main thing. If you find you like this reading and you'd like to have a private reading, I do offer the service. The information for that's found down below this video window in the more in description area. Please read through all of that once and grab my email, which I use for everything, and just get a hold, and we'll set something up. For the rest of you, all I have to say is that if you're looking for me, you can find me here. You can find me down walking on the beach along the water's edge of the mightiest tides in the world, which is the Bay of Fundy that come into my cove in my backyard because I'm a high tide junkie. But that's where you find me because I'm always looking. all the time, fascinated with them. And I'd like to thank you all again. Try to squeeze all you can, Sagittarius, out of the month of May. And may all the goodness and may the force be with you. So we'll be back next week, and I hope to see you all back here next week when we will begin the weeklies so we can follow the month of May's reading through the month to see how it unfolds. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see you all back here next week. Bye-bye.